Dry and bright with some decent spells of sunshine, and it's a repeat performance for Sunday as well. Likely to be cool, cloudy and windy in the east, but for most other places dry with sunny spells and highs of 20.
So would you say that the Andrew Marr show is television art at its
gothic sort of mayhem?
And would you say that the presenter is effortlessly charismatic? For that? Rubbish, frankly.
I mean, let me sort of qualify that.
Oh, thanks. Well, just tell them when the show's on then.
It happens every week.
Cheers, mate.
That's right. Sunday mornings, 9 o'clock, BBC One.
The Games of the 30th Olympiad in 2012 are awarded to the City of London.
As London 2012 prepares to welcome the world's finest athletes, the BBC celebrates 1 year to go with a special live broadcast. The greatest show on earth begins right here with Olympics 2012. 1 year to go. Wednesday at 7 on the BBC News Channel.
Police are asked to investigate claims that James Murdoch has misled MPs over the phone hacking scandal. Two former News of the World executives claim Mr Murdoch did see evidence that more than one reporter was involved in phone hacking. A Labour MP says it must be investigated.
I think this is the most significant moment of 2 years of investigation into phone hacking.
A positive response from stock markets around the world after European leaders agreed to a second bailout for Greece. The investigation into 5 deaths at Stepping Hill Hospital may now be widened as police continue to question a nurse. 3.5 million people in Somalia at risk of famine, says the UN, but Islamist militia ban aid agencies from coming in. And 3 months after the royal wedding, the dress that wowed the world goes on display at Buckingham Palace.
And coming up in sport, England are aiming to build an imposing total on day 2 of their first test against India at Lord's. Jonathan Trott was the first wicket to go today. Details coming up.
Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. Police have been asked to investigate James Murdoch's evidence to MPs earlier this week after allegations that it was inaccurate. During his appearance, he denied knowing about an email which suggested that more than a single rogue reporter was involved in phone hacking at the News of the World. But 2 former executives at the newspaper claim he was aware of the correspondence. The Labour MP Tom Watson, who's calling for police to look at the allegations, called it a significant moment in the inquiry. Here's Tom Simons.
The former editor of the News of the World.
Did James Murdoch lie to the Select Committee, in your opinion?
Good morning, thank you.
Colin Myler was keeping his silence this morning, but his short statement suggesting his former boss James Murdoch was mistaken has reignited this affair.
Then, what we know now...
When James Murdoch appeared before MPs, the questions were all about who knew what and when. The News International executive said he didn't know about a crucial piece of evidence in 2008. This is it, an email written by the private investigator who did the phone hacking. Much of it's blacked out, the transcript of private voicemails belonging to a leading figure in the football world, Gordon Taylor. But these words, transcript for Neville, are highly significant. Neville is alleged to be Neville Thirlbeck, former chief reporter for the News of the World. If he was involved, then knowledge of hacking was more widespread than originally claimed. So this week, Mr Murdoch was asked this.
Did you see or were you made aware of the full Neville email, the transcript of the hacked voicemail message?
No, I was not aware of that at the time.
The response from the paper's former editor and his lawyer, James Murdoch's recollection of what he was told when agreeing to settle the Gordon Taylor litigation was mistaken. In fact, we did inform him of the For Neville email, which had been produced to us by Gordon Taylor's lawyers.